It is now time for our second Risky Biscuit, who's now nearly choking on her drink. Risky Biscuit! So, I would like to hand over, as our second gift of the night, to Helen Packham. Welcome, Helen, to Inspiring Talks Brighton.
Oh my giddy gosh. Whoa, okay. I want to start by asking, who here has a story? Put your hand up if you've got a story. Okay, good coverage. Who here has a TED-worthy story? Loving it, loving it. But fewer hands, right? Yes! Well, I am here to tell you that you all have a TED-worthy story. And I've been doing a little bit of an experiment this last week, and I've proven that everybody has a TED-worthy story. I've proven that anybody can be a speaker. Because if you have an idea, if you feel passionate about something, if you've experienced something, you have a story. And the great thing about this is that we all have stories because it's hardwired into us. 40,000 years ago, we were exactly as we are now. Same brains, we looked exactly the same, and we were communicating each other. And guess what we were using to communicate with each other? Stories. It was the way that we actually advanced ourselves cognitively and went light years ahead of all the other species. Using stories has created meaning in our lives. We've gone from campfires to coffees. We gossip every single day. So if you can gossip, then you've got a story. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because just over a year ago, I didn't feel like I had a story at all. I was hiding quite a lot of the time. I didn't believe in myself at all. And the thought of doing something like this would have been a far distant dream. I didn't even dream about things like this because I felt like I'd lost all my confidence. After having children, I felt like I lost who I was. And with that went my years of skills and experience as a trainer, standing up in front of lots of people, completely left the building. But a turn of events led me to start dreaming. First of all, start feeling worthy of my dreams, start looking at my belief systems, which Lou very, very eloquently put, and starting to dream about what could be possible for me. And because I'd been hiding for so long, because I'd been hiding all my emotions down, that's where I looked first. And I started to look at my story. And I put a vision board together in January 2016. And on that vision board was 3 red letters, TED. And I wanted to do a TED talk. At that time, it was still a distant dream, way out of my comfort zone. But I turned that dream into action. And in October last year, I stood on a stage in front of 1,500 people at the Brighton Dome and told my story. And it's an ordinary tale, but it was a story. And the people that came up to me afterwards gave me hope, said that it gave them hope, that it inspired them, that they could relate to what I was saying. And that's why in the last week in my community of 700 women, I have been helping them to use their stories and helping them to get the courage and confidence to share their stories with the world, because I truly believe that anybody can be a speaker and everyone has a story.
Yeah. Wow! Oh my God! I can't believe these are Risky Biscuits. They're amazing. Helen, that was fantastic. How can we find you?
Well, I hang out pretty much every day in my group. It's the Tenacious Tribe of Lady Entrepreneurs. But if you are a chap, you can find me on my business page, which is Helen Packham.
Thank you so much. A massive Inspiring Talks Brighton thank you to Helen.